of slop are we going to be watching today, you ask so merrily? Well, seeing as everyone seemed to enjoy the last video of insert game being ruined by mods, I thought we'd double down and check out the individual who made that most viral video. Because when I find a content creator that makes a series and it ends up being great content, it's easy slop for me to consume, and being woefully thin on content to watch is something I'm ever presently concerned about. So when this kind of stuff comes along and it's easy enough for me to just ride with it, who am I to turn it down? All right, here we go. You guys seemed to enjoy the last video by this gentleman, and I am one for a bit of brain rot, so we watched them butcher Devil May Cry originally, and now we get to see what they do to Doom, another franchise that I am in love with and will soon be horrified by.
I woke up from my 5-hour midday hibernation to find that I was displaying symptoms of chronic testosterone deficiency. It had gotten so bad that I'd eat.
Oh no! I guess that just says that it's timed for the forbidden gender swap.
Even uploaded a Genshin Impact video. Jesus Christ, what have I done? There was but one game to cure this terrible illness I suffered from. A title which even listening to the soundtrack alone sprouts hairs on your chest. Doom
yes!
But of course, I couldn't play this game.
Look, I get it. I get it. Guys, I fully understand that sometimes you have to placate the masses and make videos on a game that you may not necessarily play because it's a game for girls. You know, as all gacha games are. I, for one, stand by my Zen Zone Zero and my waifus. That doesn't mean you're emasculated for it. It just means you have poor taste. But balance in all things. You play a game that emasculates you, so we balance it out by playing a game that makes you want to rip and tear.
Normal person, no. I had to install as many stupid and game-breaking mods to my game before playing it to satisfy my rotted Gen Z brain. We begin on a title screen that has definitely not been tampered with in any way, and go to select
Daisy, my beloved!
our difficulty. Ultra Violence probably sounds the funniest to say out loud, so we're gonna go with that one here. In the first aid.
Oh my god, is the entire game gonna get turned into Uwu talk? Are we gonna play the Doom Slayer, where he's gonna be cute and adorable with cat ears? Yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna be so kawaii. Uwu?
In the first battle, when the shadows
what is that gun?
stood, forged in the fires of Supreme, he chose the path of perpetual drip. With boiling blood, he scoured the earth, seeking vengeance against all that is whack. He wore the crown of the Night Sentinels, and those who witnessed the sight of his fit name him the Drip Slayer.
I don't want to like what he's done here, but I am obliged by necessity to say, damn! Also, now I want to play Doom Eternal. God damn it! Why can I never have a single thought of my own? Why am I constantly peer pressured by everything I watched, like a gratuitously incapable person who's unable to resist the temptation of everything around me? Ugh! Well, we gotta kill the demons, woo-woo! I guess
Thanks to all the Patreon supporters and their massive fucking penises. I love you guys.
You're supposed to put that at
We
the
arrive
end.
in Portland, Oregon, and begin culling the local population of Roblox avatars and cosplayers who
kill
cannot
the
commit
Roblox!
to one
Kill
character
the
to dress up
Roblox!
as, taking their toy boxes and red glowing pages as spoils of war. We conduct an impromptu raid on an individual suspected of a truly heinous crime.
Ah, yes, this actually is the representation of, you know, trying to deal with the predators in Roblox. Finally, a representation of how Roblox predators should be handled.
And me now, Otto.
Your drip is whack as
What are you talking?
After exploding this man with our with our gloved hand, we pocket his head as a snack for later and go outside to see the current situation on Earth.
I love a bit of head for snack later. Billy, that came out way too sexual. Can we edit it so I don't sound like a degenerate? What do you mean you've quit? Well, who else is supposed to edit this? Billy, okay, all right, guys, I'm taking applications for editors in the comments below. If you want to edit my videos so I don't come across as cringe, please submit your applications in triplicate below the stream.
deteriorated drastically since the great Crunchyroll rapture of 2054 that released the demonic beings once confined to their mold-infested rooms upon the residents of the planet. During our journey, we find a remnant of the anime sites of old, which will only be sitting on my gun as a cosmetic.
Now, some say that this is titled Doom, but it's ruined by mods. I rebuttal that. I raise Doom, but it's improved by mods.
Because
especially if that's some big titty anime waifus.
Moving forward, we stumble into horrific things that a lesser man would stop in his tracks at the sight of, but we tread forward in our size 17 Tims. We drip and tear our way through Portland and eventually find a portal leading to the lair of the newly elected hell.
Dude, I wish I could channel even 5% of the brain rot that people put into videos like this. I really do. It's a certain level of humor and certain level of comedy that I wish I had the capacity to do.
Politicians. We then ascend this very unsafe and mechanically impossible elevator upwards.
You ever shit in the shower, Jared?
Literally, what the f are you talking about? That's disgusting, dude.
It's not disgusting, it's a waffle stop. Boy, how did you get in here? This area is staff only. You need to leave. Oh my god. Is that...
Pussy! How dare you censor the gore? If I want to rip and tear and dismember things, I want to see the gore and grizzleness in the process.
You failed the drip check.
You can't just go around dirty.
Oh my god. It looks so cursed.
Yes, I can.
But yet,
No, you can't.
very wealthy.
Yes, I can.
We return to the Fortress of Drip to prepare for our next outing. Unfortunately, upgrading our kit will be slightly more difficult than usual, as the Crunchyroll rapture has scrambled any and all text in the universe into ooh.
I don't know. I think if you're able to read this, it's a sign of your big brainness. I can read it. Flame Welch takes less time to cool down. See, I am an extra-dimensional being that can read this. I can read the forbidden text. Therefore, I am an elevated being of elevated proportions.
Language. Heading back into the fray, we stumble into the first of several mods that I don't recall installing, as well as a creature that can only be described as a troll knight. After dispatching more minions of degeneracy, we enter another building with pointlessly large doors, which seems to be the architectural trend in this dystopian future. In this building, there is a noticeable lack of demonic beings. Eventually, our drip begins resonating with the floor and a golden ball presents itself.
Pretty impressive, right?
What?
Keep standing if you like kissing boys. What you're holding is a right nut. I've had it frozen in a cryo chamber for decades in case of an emergency. Restore my jewel to its former glory, and we may stand a chance against these creatures.
What's in it for me?
You won't be reduced to ashes by my in-home security system provided by SimpliSafe. For only 50 cents a day, you too can receive top-notch...
Not sponsored, by the way.
We start our trek to deliver this man's missing testicle by entering a portal to hell, where we find the grotesque creatures from Rule 34 in horrifying reality.
Of course, the tentacle has hentai noises. As somebody who is, you know, about 50% tentacles 90% of the time, I, for one, know what that sounds like. Don't think I won't grab you in my tentacles if I have to. I'm just saying.
After cleansing the area of degens, we enter the abode of a potential ally.
Alexa, stop. What are you doing here? Ah, so he sent you on the balls quest, huh?
The balls quest?
Let me cuck your ball real quick then. Careful with this now. Epididymal hyper...
Yo, you talking with that Scooby-Doo Hannum fat tax talk? Yo, for Rizzle my dizzle, I can get down low with that kind of lingo, my dude.
Tension is no joke.
Yeah, thanks for the blue ball, guy. Later.
Oh, one more thing. Take this garbage. I don't want it
Dude,
anymore.
I seriously do not understand brain rot
piece
talk.
of random trash. We return to the Fortress of Drip and restore power
It's a whole
to the
new
place.
language.
Even though these consoles and a portal to other dimensions
And
were
yet,
just working perfectly fine.
And yet, parallels be damned. You know, back in my day when I was in high school, kids used to talk to each other in text speech like lol, lamau, ruffle. Realistically, kids talking to each other in brain rot talk is very much just indicative of that. And I hate the fact we live in that society. I mean, you ever see these videos of like people who have to unironically have translators to understand what the kids these days are talking like. I just don't even know what society is anymore.
I guess we just needed the extra boost of nuclear power to open these automatic doors back here. Heading into the next area, the first enemy in the level that we see is abnormally large and powerful. I'm sure that's not a sign of what's to come. We then go into the first
But it's
big
not modded into a
combat
thick
section
waifu.
where
That's just a normal demon.
I'm sure that was just a fluke. Let's try again.
Wow, skill issue.
If you have a keen eye, you may have noticed that there are different enemies on screen after each of these deaths. This is because one of the mods that I've installed is a randomizer that makes it so pretty much any enemy can spawn in any area where normal enemies would appear. Oh, an imp normally spawns at this spot? Yeah, we'll just put a cyber demon there. Have fun. I'm sure you can imagine that me, someone who has never played
You know, I
Doom
do want to play
Eternal
through
before
Doom again
and
at
has
some
no
point.
idea
If we
how to
do,
deal
we'll
with
mod
these
the fuck
late-game
out of it.
enemies who normally spawn pretty infrequently, ran into some issues going against 9 of these enemies at the same time on ultra violence difficulty with no health,
you're
armor,
starting
or
to
weapon
understand the
upgrades,
dialogue.
and a rapidly developing migraine from staring at my screen so intensely that I now see a crosshair photo bleached into my vision whenever I blink, until finally God smiled upon one of these attempts.
Skill issue?
Moving on to the next section, things did not get much easier since I was faced with this cyborg monstrosity who I've affectionately named Shit. And no matter how many times I shot this man, he simply did not care about the
Wow, you named that cyber demon like I name my existence. I wake up in the morning, fuck this shit, dude.
unfathomable. Dude, I can't even say that word normally. Unfathomable. Hey, there you go. The
No. You must speak in the forbidden tongue. You must speak in the forbidden tongue. It's not unfathomable. It's unfathomable. Unfathomable. Whoa. Wow. Wow.
There you go. The unfathomable amount of lead being injected into his body. And the randomizer, for whatever reason, decided that shit over here was going to be the only enemy that always spawns in whenever I go back to a checkpoint. So he was always there to greet me after disemboweling me 3 seconds prior. Eventually, after about 3 or 4 attempts, I killed this motherfucker and punched his dick 7 times to get my frustration across to his unthinking, unfeeling mind. Afterwards, I activated this button and was introduced to a battalion of late-game enemies in this confined-ass space. Of course, I died immediately.
Yeah, but that's part of the
Another part of me died
challenge.
when I respawned
You put
to
yourself
find that
in that situation.
has respawned and I had to do it all over again.
Oh no, what a
I wanna
series of
die.
unfortunate
47
events.
attempts later, and I had one enemy left who was actively taunting me with his shield. And to my delight, id Software decided to bless this playthrough by crashing my game.
Ah yes, the forbidden jutsu, when they know they're about to be defeated, crashes your game! This is where you recite the forbidden text and just summon the exterminatus.
I ended up spending another 2 hours throwing myself at this level with consistent crashes throughout, and after progressing about 2 checkpoints, I've determined that it would be in my best interest to disable this mod so this video can be finished in the next decade. Now, I could hear you in the comments already. Listen, I draw the line when the game crashes after every check.
I mean, let's face it, the randomizer isn't exactly adding to the flavor of the thing. Like, you're still gonna play through the game and fight demons and everything, but, you know, the point of this video is to ruin it with mods. Adding a randomizer just flavors it. It's not ruining it, really. You're just making it more challenging. We need brain rot, not skill checks.
Checkpoint, pal. After disabling the mod, it was like I had just removed 300 pounds of weights from my body. I ruthlessly slaughtered every single enemy in this level and made sure to do finishers on all of them to inflict as much pain as possible for wasting 5 hours of my life for 2 measly checkpoints. Eventually, we take control of one of these creatures to retrieve a weapon to assist us on our journey. The highly coveted 24-barrel shotgun. While being able to dish out...
This looks like cursed CSGO guns.
24 shells of buckshot per trigger pull is undoubtedly metal as fuck. It is mildly annoying that I cannot see half of my screen while doing so. Using our newly acquired weapons that have undoubtedly put us on the ATF's radar, we hitch a ride on a train heading towards the next demon politician's office. After exterminating the initial security detail, we head into a hologram room that's displaying a janky platforming glitches, but fortunately no signs of fuck shit are to be seen as of yet. Throughout the level, we witnessed a deep...
But I entirely came here for fuck shit. If I don't see shit getting fucked... No, actually, that's problematic. Billy? Billy quit. Damn it, I need an editor. Somebody edit out me saying fuck shit getting fucked. Anyway. Coprophilia aside.
And be assembled into the most abominable Lego set in history, and eventually we are faced with the one and only as a boss fight. And now, because I wasn't fighting in a narrow hallway with toothpicks and spitballs for weaponry, I folded this asshole in 0 seconds flat and had a fun game of whack-a-mole as the cherry on top of this revenge plot. Afterwards, we jump down this hole where we find
Dude, I hate the fact that we can't play games or like watch. We can't make videos like this on YouTube, even when it's just part of the game, because YouTube doesn't want you to be exposed to gratuitous violence, because, you know, YouTube doesn't like having fun and all that kind of shit. Well, you know what, YouTube? Go and fuck yourself. If I want to bastardize some demons, I'm going to bastardize some demons. Anyway.
more shits, which I eviscerated with glee. No amount of blood will ever make up for what happened at the cultist base. With his bodyguard's skulls caved in, the second walking MacGuffin has nowhere else to hide.
You need serious help, you know that?
It's time for your drip check.
You Zoomers really need to stop making up words and start getting actual jokes.
You know, that's oddly enough very much parallel to what I said a few minutes ago about this kind of lingo. You kids, I don't know what you're saying. You might as well be speaking another language. Something about skibbity? Phantom tax? Just speak fucking English stuff. I know as a Brit person, I know that you Americans can't quite understand me gobshite lingo, but I'll tell you what, we're the ones who started this bloody language, and I'll tell you what, we can take it away from you too, because God save the Queen.
With the second politician down, who's for legal reasons not representative of any real person in office, we are one step closer to the commander of this unprecedented degenerate invasion of Earth. We return to the Fortress of Drip and are welcomed by our power system being hijacked by Hologram Woman.
When the simply state
Woman, chat, woman! It's the first woman you've ever seen!
We head downstairs to hit the box, and to my surprise,
I'm not
we
a woman,
pull
I'm a slime
ray gun
person.
on the first
Thank you very
try.
much.
I decided to test out our newly acquired weaponry by going on a side quest in Detroit, which has
Slime
been faithfully
girl.
recreated in this game to represent the real city as accurately as possible. Our ray gun proves to be very effective against the looters and crack demons that roam the streets. We find a massive
I didn't think I
heart
would ever
inside this
want to go
building,
to
which,
Detroit,
for
but I
whatever
certainly don't
reason,
want to.
has teeth. The local ecosystem
Or America in
seems to have
general, for that
adapted to
matter.
the rampant gang violence and pollution in some unusual ways. Of course, we smush it inside this building, which for whatever reason has teeth. The local ecosystem seems to have adapted.
You know, I had to double check whether my arousal was what I thought it was. Chat, is there a sign of my cookedness that the pulsation of that organ is kind of making me feel things? Am I cooked? Am I on a gravy train to Psychville? Crazy.
To the rampant gang violence and pollution.
I mean, it's
in
just
some
pulsating
unusual ways.
seductively.
Of course, we smush it, and in return,
think you're just
we
horny.
get rid of one of the many fleshy amalgamations in this city. Returning to our
I
base,
mean,
we
yeah.
get a briefing for our next objective: find Samuel. We double time it to the portal leading to where Samuel's being held. On our search, we
Samuel,
find a
my
base being
brethren!
violated by two gargantuan
You
hentai
can't just
tentacles.
blow a
So, of
hole
course,
in
we
the
look for the
surface of
biggest guns we
Mars.
could find, glitch through the floor, and be forced to load a checkpoint, then annihilate them before they manage to do anything not safe for work. Heading up this elevator, we find the last batch.
Once again, disrespecting tentacles is disrespecting me. I am 25%. Oh, wrong button. I am about 25% tentacle myself. Stop disrespecting the tentacles. Otherwise, they might disrespect you.
Of humanity taking refuge inside this secure base.
They're listening to weeb
Hey,
shit.
how you doing, man? Are you one of the transfers from another building? If so, how was the walkover? Hey, I wouldn't touch that. We already had a couple interns lose some fingers putting it there. All right.
That's
cool.
because you're treating it like the hilt to a sword. That's just an adventurous butt plug. Everything is a butt plug if you try hard enough.
You do you, I guess. I guess I'll give you a tour then. Here's the robot guy that we found the local school children played with. He's in pretty bad shape, though. The slightest bump could completely... Okay.
After destroying company property, a
I don't
red
know what's
portal
worse, the fact
opens
I find
and a
this
man
funny.
steps out with
Well,
abnormally
probably the fact I
large
find it funny is
purple
more of a
veins, which are
depicting
definitely
thing
the
about my
weirdest thing about
existence.
it. Not his lack of head or anything like that.
Point proven! A person with common sense and a normal person would be like, the fuck is this, dude? You kind of cringe. I find it funny. Which really tells me a lot about my tism. No head.
We throw Microsoft Sam into our blue portal and prepare to face off against this foe. However, while this man was out of frame, he completed his transformation into his true form of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh my gosh, and here we have it, peak gaming.
Dispatch his summoned minions before thoroughly pummeling his sponge body into submission. We triumphantly return to the Fortress of Drip and assimilate our new robot companion into our ship.
Hello? Hello, is your mom home? I want to speak to her.
Oh, this sounds like strawberry clock.
There's this like really big cool gun, and your guns need it to kill stuff. Not shot, wiki dead ass.
Heading to the Mars base, we make
What are you
contact
even
with
saying,
humans once
dude?
again, who are all taken aback by the absurd levels of
Yes,
drip.
dude, best scene in the entire game. This, the aura on Doom Guy.
Emanating off our body.
Red.
After stealing from these people for the third time, we set our sights higher to the huge gun outside. Without it, these people would surely be left defenseless against the forces of degeneracy. But is a man truly a man if he is not constantly trying to acquire a larger gun than the previous?
In the words of our Crimson Fucker,
Get you a cannon, because bitches love cannons.
No, he's not.
Think we're ever gonna get a lunch break or something?
Don't know.
Pathetic. Your severe lack of cannon is disappointing to me.
I'm popping a turtle head right now, though.
Oh, yeah. You start, bro. We gotta call a meeting.
Jesus Christ, why did I have to get paired up with you?
We take the controls from this man who has clearly been browsing too many live leak videos, and as an avid watcher of Sonic fan dubs, we begin pissing on the moon. Anyways, after watching this cannon shoot floating rubble for 5 minutes, great use of ammunition, guys. We're really bringing the fight to those space rocks. We shoot ourselves at these conveniently shaped rocks and do some platforming that gave me flashbacks to this Spyro game that nobody except for me enjoyed. Eventually, we make our way into the hole that we shot into Mars and find a portal at the planet's core. Science is a lie. Planets don't have metal cores, they have portals to other dimensions in the middle. On the other side of this portal...
That's big planet conspiracy theories right there. I'm glad that Nylon is awake to the big metal planet conspiracy theories.
Is Sentinel Prime, where we find guards whose job is to stand here all day and wait for someone to walk through a portal. Except this guy, he checks his invisible watch and opens a door for people. We have a flashback complete with amber filter before moving to the next room where
time is running out. Use code SIMPLE to get your first month.
We make our way to an arena where we find the final politician waiting for us. We smash the shit out of his bodyguard and finally confront him.
What you're doing is illegal. You're tampering with forces you can't...
I was born to having a head. You simply adopted it. Bad.
Afterwards, we are confronted by this very useless security detail who waited until after we killed their boss to storm inside the arena. Being threatened by pointy sticks, we take a portal back to the Fortress of Drip, which seems to have developed a pest infestation while we were away. After a 15-second extermination break, things are restored back to normal with one of the relics that we stole from the museum. Except this time, the lights are all red. Wow, spooky. We head to our next destination with the guidance of Microsoft Sam.
So like there's this cool sword over here you gotta get because like it's sick as don't break it though cause my right hand is busy right now.
After cleansing the area of its The
fuck did he just say?
resident animated characters, we have a dip in some yummy green water. You can really
Kool-Aid.
taste the plutonium. We then open this door into we are pulled out of oblivion and into a cutscene where thankfully the floor is actually visible. We eventually find the sword Sam told us about, however we break it because no one tells me what to do. We begin our search for the replacement part for our sword and thankfully we find a suitable power source in the
comes up with these mods? Why, yes, our Doom experience will be truly enriched by turning the power source into a rugby ball. Someone had to sit there and code this shit. What the fuck?
form of football, which the sword absorbs entirely. All we were missing now is the blade. We head down to forge our sword, which burns so hot that it has seared even its own texture off. We test out our new blade by cutting many a demon in twain, and head straight into hell to bring the fight to degeneracy's front door. Walking into the green beam that definitely had me skeptical of whether it was the right way to go, we failed the easiest platforming in the world, not once.
I'm glad to know
but
I'm not the only
3
person who
separate
fucked that up.
times. Then stumble into a ritual being conducted by the worst evil of them all, TikTok.
This is going to
card
be
maker.
so cool. What are you doing in here?
We let our intrusive thoughts win and stab
No,
the
no,
beating
no,
heart
no,
on
no,
the
no, no, no. You needed step bro at the end of that sentence.
table with the
What are you
garbage the
doing in
blue
here,
ball guy
step
gave
bro?
us.
You have no idea what you have released into the world.
We line some RGB rings, which creates a portal back to Earth, where the creature escaped to. On our way back to the portal,
Please tell
we're
me it's
stopped
Hatsune
once
Miku.
again.
Please tell me it's Hatsune Miku. Please tell me it's Hatsune Miku.
Closer. Earth will crumble to dust against the might of Chica.
Who?
Chica, the bringer of...
Who the f asked?
With the physical embodiment of short-form content dead on the floor where it belongs,
Finally,
we can now
somebody
head to the
killed
portal
TikTok.
without being sidetracked for an hour scrolling through horrible content on our phone. Back on Earth, we see glimpses of something awful roaming the city of LA. We tear through the degenerate spawns in the city to get closer to the bigger threat, eventually become face-to-face with the ultimate evil, the culprit behind the complete destruction of LA, the icon of sin, anime schoolgirl. Of course, we couldn't let this evil continue.
Well, it's not Hatsune Miku, but it is anime as fuck. Which, if we can kill anime, then, you know, the world would be better off for it. I should be the only anime girl in existence. That might be narcissistic, it might be egocentric, but I am something of a contemporary myself. There can be only one!
Existing in our world, so we get to work.
Anime was certainly a mistake.
With its outer shell destroyed, it shuffles away in fear, but we use our nether highway to intercept this monster.
It's so cursed! It's so cursed!
With the scourge known as anime killed, the Drip Slayer's journey comes to a close, and so does this video.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, oh, that's just it? Oh, it just ends? Cool, thanks for that, Nile. Is there any more? Did he make another one of these? Was that another? Ooh, Darkness by. Well, I know we're gonna be watching next. Please tell me there's another Doom one. Was that seriously the only Doom one he made? Oh, that is the biggest amount of cockening I've ever experienced. Damn it! Well, I guess the edging has commenced. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. If you want me to watch more of his stuff, then we will certainly give that a gander, should you so enjoy. I gotta say though, Nylon's videos very much give me the Maxor energy of old, which is probably why it relates so well to my sense of humor. Anything that reminds me I have autism is good content to me. So, like and subscribe, join me on Twitch, join me on Discord, make sure you subscribe to Nylon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!